Did you know that kale is one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables you can grow in your garden? Packed with vitamins A, C, and K, along with powerful antioxidants and fiber, kale offers tremendous health benefits that make it a superfood staple. Not only is kale incredibly nutritious, but it is also versatile in the kitchen, perfect for salads, smoothies, soups, and more. Growing kale at home ensures you have a fresh supply of this leafy green to enhance your meals. In this video, we will guide you through the entire process of planting kale, from selecting the right variety and preparing your garden to planting, caring for, and harvesting your kale plants. Want to learn how to grow your own fresh kale? Let's dive into the process of planting kale. Understanding kale begins with recognizing the different varieties available, each offering unique characteristics and flavors. Curly kale, with its frilly, ruffled leaves, is the most common variety and has a slightly peppery taste. Dinosaur kale, also known as lacinato or Tuscan kale, features long, dark blue-green leaves with a bumpy texture and a sweeter, more delicate flavor. Russian kale, which includes both red and white varieties, has flat, fringed leaves and a milder taste, often with a hint of sweetness. Kale thrives in cool climates and is best suited for USDA hardiness zones 7 through 9, though it can be grown as an annual in most other zones. It prefers temperatures between 60 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, making it ideal for spring and fall planting. When choosing kale varieties, consider your local climate and taste preferences. Curly kale is robust and versatile, making it a good all-around choice. Dinosaur kale, with its tender leaves and mild flavor, is excellent for raw salads and smoothies. Russian kale, with its decorative leaves and mild taste, is perfect for adding color and texture to dishes. By selecting the best variety for your conditions and culinary needs, you can enjoy a bountiful and delicious kale harvest. Preparation is crucial for successfully planting kale, starting with site selection. Choose a sunny location that receives at least 6 hours of direct sunlight daily to ensure vigorous growth and healthy leaves. The site should also have well-draining soil to prevent waterlogging, which can lead to root rot and other diseases. Avoid areas where water tends to collect after rain. Before planting, it is essential to prepare the soil properly. Begin with a soil test to determine its pH and nutrient levels. Kale prefers slightly acidic to neutral soil with a pH between 6 and 7. If the pH is too low, add lime to raise it. Conversely, if the pH is too high, incorporate sulfur to lower it. Enhance the soil's fertility and structure by mixing in compost or well-rotted manure, which will provide essential nutrients and improve drainage. Gather the necessary materials before you begin planting. You will need kale seeds or seedlings, compost for enriching the soil, and mulch to retain moisture and suppress weeds around the plants. Essential garden tools include a spade or shovel for digging planting holes, a rake for leveling the soil, and a trowel for more precise planting. A soil testing kit will help you adjust the soil pH as needed. Timing is critical for planting kale. The best times to plant kale seeds or transplants are in early spring or late summer. Spring planting allows the plants to mature before the heat of summer, while late summer planting enables a fall harvest after the weather cools. For spring planting, sow seeds about 4 to 6 weeks before the last expected frost date. For a fall harvest, plant seeds 6 to 8 weeks before the first expected frost date. Proper spacing and layout are essential for healthy kale growth and ease of maintenance. Space the plants about 12 to 18 inches apart, in rows that are 18 to 24 inches apart. This spacing ensures adequate air circulation, reducing the risk of disease and providing enough room for the plants to grow. To plant kale, start by digging a hole deep enough to accommodate the roots of the seedling or the depth specified on the seed packet. For seedlings, place them in the hole so that the soil line is at the base of the stem, then fill in with soil, gently firming it around the roots. For seeds, plant them about 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep and cover them lightly with soil. After planting, water thoroughly to help settle the soil around the roots and provide initial moisture for growth. Consistent watering is crucial during the first few weeks to ensure the plants establish well. By following these detailed preparation and planting steps, you will set the foundation for a successful kale harvest. Proper care and maintenance of kale are essential for ensuring a healthy, productive crop. Watering is crucial, especially during the establishment phase. Newly planted kale requires consistent moisture, so water deeply once a week, ensuring the soil remains moist but not waterlogged. During dry periods, increase watering frequency to keep the roots hydrated. Established plants should also be watered regularly, particularly during hot or dry weather, to prevent stress and promote steady growth. Mulching offers numerous benefits for kale plants. Apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of organic mulch, such as straw, shredded leaves, or compost around the base of the plants. Mulch helps retain soil moisture, regulate soil temperature, and suppress weed growth, reducing competition for nutrients. Additionally, as mulch decomposes, it enriches the soil with organic matter, further improving soil health and fertility. Ensure the mulch does not touch the stems of the plants to prevent rot and fungal diseases. Fertilizing kale is important for promoting vigorous growth and high yields. In early spring, apply a balanced fertilizer or one high in nitrogen to support leafy growth. A slow-release granular fertilizer is ideal, following the manufacturer's instructions for application rates. You can also use compost or well-rotted manure as an organic alternative, applied as a side dressing. If growth appears sluggish, a second application can be made in mid-season. Avoid over-fertilizing, as excessive nutrients can lead to lush foliage but poor flavor and texture. Thinning and weeding are essential maintenance tasks. Thin seedlings to about 12 to 18 inches apart when they are 4 inches tall, removing the weaker plants to allow the strongest ones to thrive. This spacing ensures adequate air circulation and reduces the risk of disease. Regularly, weed the garden to prevent competition for water and nutrients. Hand pull weeds or use a hoe to carefully remove them without disturbing the kale roots. Effective pest and disease management is vital for maintaining healthy kale plants. Common pests include aphids, cabbage worms, and flea beetles. Aphids can be controlled by spraying with insecticidal soap or neem oil. For cabbage worms, inspect the undersides of leaves regularly and remove any eggs or larvae by hand. Floating row covers can also protect young plants from these pests. Flea beetles can be deterred by using sticky traps or sprinkling diatomaceous earth around the plants. Disease prevention involves maintaining good garden hygiene and proper spacing. Downy mildew and black rot are common diseases that affect kale. To prevent these, ensure good air circulation by spacing plants adequately and avoiding overhead watering, which can create a moist environment conducive to fungal growth. Remove and destroy any infected plant material promptly to prevent the spread of disease. Crop rotation is also effective in preventing soil-borne diseases. Organic solutions for pest and disease control include introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings, which prey on aphids and other pests. Companion planting with herbs like dill and basil can also help deter pests. Organic fungicides, such as copper or sulfur-based sprays, can manage fungal diseases. By following these care and maintenance guidelines, you can ensure a healthy and bountiful kale harvest. Harvesting kale at the right time ensures you get the most nutritious and flavorful leaves. Kale is ready to harvest when the leaves are about the size of your hand and have a rich green color, usually around 60 to 75 days after planting for mature plants. Baby kale leaves can be harvested earlier, at about 25 to 30 days, for a tender and milder flavor. The best practice for harvesting is to pick the outer leaves first, starting with the lowest leaves and working your way up, while leaving the central bud intact to encourage continuous growth. Use a sharp knife or garden scissors to cut the leaves cleanly at the base, avoiding any tearing or damage to the plant. Post-harvest handling is crucial for maintaining the freshness and nutritional value of kale. After harvesting, rinse the leaves thoroughly under cool running water to remove any dirt or pests. Shake off excess water and gently pat the leaves dry with a clean towel. Store the kale in a plastic bag or airtight container with a paper towel to absorb moisture, and keep it in the refrigerator. Fresh kale can last up to a week when stored properly. To use freshly harvested kale, simply chop or tear the leaves and add them to your favorite recipes. Kale is not only delicious but also packed with nutritional benefits. It is rich in vitamins A, C, and K, as well as antioxidants like quercetin and kaempferol, which help reduce inflammation and protect against chronic diseases. Kale is also a good source of calcium, fiber, and iron, making it a valuable addition to a healthy diet. In the kitchen, kale's versatility shines through in a variety of recipes. Enjoy it raw in salads, where its robust texture adds a satisfying crunch. Cook it in soups and stews for added heartiness, or blend it into smoothies for a nutrient boost. Kale chips, made by baking the leaves with a light coating of oil and seasoning, are a popular healthy snack. To preserve kale for long-term storage, freezing is an excellent option. Start by blanching the leaves in boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes, then transfer them to an ice bath to stop the cooking process. Once cooled, drain the kale and pat it dry. Spread the leaves on a baking sheet in a single layer and freeze until solid. Transfer the frozen leaves to airtight containers or freezer bags where they can be stored for up to a year. Blanching helps retain the kale's color, flavor, and nutrients during freezing. In conclusion, successfully growing kale involves selecting the right site, preparing the soil, proper planting, and diligent care and maintenance. Watering, mulching, fertilizing, thinning, and managing pests and diseases are crucial steps to ensure healthy growth. Harvesting at the right time and handling the leaves correctly post-harvest will provide you with fresh, nutritious kale. We encourage you to share your kale planting experiences and ask any questions in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more gardening tips and tutorials. Don't forget to check out our related videos on growing other leafy greens to expand your garden's bounty. Happy gardening!